So how do I connect my entire GL slash general ledger slash nominal ledger in Xero or ZohoBooks to Microsoft Excel using Power Query? So first, within Accounting.BI, my expectation is that you would have gone to reports and you've connected your Xero organization. In this instance, we're using my company called Prime Pay and Tax. I've called this previously. I didn't bother selecting a date range to try and filter the data coming out of Accounting.BI. I've literally called every single data item of data going back to, I think I started using the organization around 2016. So there's a good, 7-8 years worth of data in there. So not a particularly large company, but it's there's a good volume of data which would normally crash your Excel file. So the point of this video is actually to kind of show you how to obtain the data, get it into Excel, sync the data, but sync the data in a way that it doesn't just destroy your Excel file. Excel has limits to the amount of data that you can put into the tab itself. However, the method I'm going to show you here is not using the Accounting.BI Excel add-in. It's using Power Query, which can be slightly more involved, but you can still do it with Accounting.BI and connect your data without crashing your Excel file. So what do? I go to, I've already synced my data there. I then go to connectors and take the bearer token, which if you're used to using Accounting.BI, you'll know what that is. If you're not, the bearer token is essentially the password for the Accounting.BI connectors. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my blank Excel file. I'm going to go get data. I'm then going to do from other sources and then blank query. That's going to open up Power Query. Then I'm going to go to the advanced editor. Now, this bit may look a bit scary, but this code we've already designed for you, and you don't need to understand it. You just need to understand that you need to replace some text within these yellow highlighted items here. So if I copy and paste that, I then paste it there. I then am going to go copy my bearer token and paste it over there. Then what I'm going to do, because it's the journals endpoint, I'm going to copy the journals endpoint there, which is that. Then I'm ready to go. So as you can see, all this other stuff happening here, I don't need to understand it. All I need to do is copy and replace the items which are done up there. So press done. What the spreadsheet Power Query is now doing, it's just gone to the Accounting.BI system, and it said, give me the data. Here, I'm now going to convert this data into a table that I can kind of understand. And then I'm going to expand that into the columns. Now, because of the volume of data here, you will see that the spreadsheet starts to go, oh, what's happening here? What's happening here? Then I'm going to go, get the columns up. You see it's quite slow there. It's recognized all the amounts. I've then converted that into columns. Now, this is the key bit. If I converted this this spreadsheet here, this has hundreds of thousands of rows in this data. Well, I'm not entirely sure, but probably 100,000 rows, 50 to 100,000 rows, I would say. Which normally, if I convert this into an Excel tab, my whole spreadsheet will die. So what I do here, I press close and load, right? But I don't just press close and load here, I press close and load too. Then what I do is I say, add this to data model. And then I say, only create connection. So what I'm doing, the reason why I'm selecting that is because I don't want to pull it through into a tab onto my Excel workbook, and I want to add it to a data model so I can start. So whilst it may not be in a tab in my workbook, it's within Power Query. Now, because Power Query can handle much higher volumes of data than the Excel tab itself, that's why this method's key. So I'm going to press OK. Now, there is a lot of data there. I intentionally am not pausing this video so you can see genuinely how long it's taking. So the data model is currently filling up with tens of thousands of data items. I mean, we'll see how many at the moment. So yeah, you can already see there is, okay, so that's 84,000 rows, right, of journals. So that is my entire accounting system for that business. That business probably turns over £150,000 a year. So as a service-based business, you can kind of get the gist of the size. If you're turning over $1 million, a year for a similar type of business, you're probably going to have, like 900,000 rows. So this is this, right? So I've now got a live connection. This essentially, I can press sync here, refresh, and then that will essentially just refresh the data. Within Accounting.BI, you can refresh the data, and so all the data is within Accounting.BI, within the Accounting.BI database. If I just press rerun, it will actually happen reasonably quickly. The reason why is because what Accounting.BI is going across to Xero and just grabbing the changes. So it's just saying, since I last called it, please give me the additional journals. So once you've called it from Accounting.BI once, it should happen. Subsequent queries should actually be reasonably fast. I would also say it'd probably be a very similar scenario with the Power Query connection itself as well. You can set up auto refreshes, etc. in Accounting.BI as well as the Excel spreadsheet, but I'm not going to show that in the video to make it that complicated. Then what I'm going to do, just show you kind of what I can then do from this. Let's say, for example, I've got my pivot table here, right? So what I want to be doing is I want to be inserting from data model. I want to put it into the existing worksheet. And then we got this here, right? So if I want to start querying some of this data, I can then put, date within the columns. I can then start constructing a P&L if I like. I can put the date amount there. I can then put account code, account name is probably going to make it look a bit better in the rows. So there you can start. I'm starting to construct what looks like a P&L, right? We have a bunch of templates on how this you can then build. If you go to Accounting.BI, go to templates. We have a bunch of templates on how you can actually construct some of this stuff from pivot tables. So if you're struggling, you can actually just use one of our existing templates. The particular template I'm talking about right now is the profit and loss using journals endpoint, and that's where we've essentially built the template for you already. So you can use our pivot table and see how it's structured, or just build it yourself.